Hi, I'm Andoni Farms, and this isn't the first time totally upending my life and moving somewhere new without knowing a single soul. I want the grass on the other side.
Follow further on it.
I have no cash, more debt, and am devoid of friends or family, or now a partner or otherwise, but stick around and I'll show you why this new simple season of living feels so strangely and so beautifully different. And some of the ways how I believe you might also come to enjoy and dwell in this quiet peace too.
Mansions, I got no money, but I've got...
Sometimes a view invites us, other times we show up and bring our own. Here's today's frame. You may fill it however you like. And remember, just noticing the light through the pane is more than enough. Here's the invitation. We are reflections of our past, but also the puddle of water itself. It never ceases to amaze me how damn scenic the lake-bound start of this ride is. Another Wednesday, another slick left entry into the woods. The cool burst of exhilaration, the temperature drop, the lurking shadows, the opportunity of complete destruction if I hit a pedestrian. Is there ever any fun without a little risk?
Risky.
As a child, Mom wished to be a fairy or a nun. She wanted to travel and learn history. Father wanted to be a pro soccer player or a mountain biker. Between work days, on my Wednesdays off, as I whoosh through the woods, I'm all of those things, inevitably. Though I've certainly tried shaking off these remnants of myself off many times before. Our past lives, our happiness, even our genes, many things can be forgotten, but as it turns out, very, very few things are ever erased, no matter their distance or our distance in time.
Actually, there are a few things.
Here begins the Island Line Trail, a 14-mile, 21-kilometer stretch of repurposed railbed that runs from Burlington's south end up to Colchester and the Champlain Islands. Once a vital rail line carved through solid stone to connect Vermont to Quebec, it now floats like a feather along the water's wing. It's like a narrow path of crushed marble, memory, stretching across Lake Champlain into South Hero, the first island, built in 1901 by the Rutland Railroad. The line survived until labor strikes in the 50s and the 1960s forced its closure. Though the tracks were abandoned, the robust granite-filled causeway endured. There's a 200-foot gap between the islands and the mainland, where the causeway just kind of briefly or immediately ends. and it's bridged by this seasonal ferry, which I'd serendipitously hop on. This is my first time taking the ferry.
You like it?
It was really nice.
Yeah. Going on the boat? Exactly. And where's the boat going? I don't know. We don't care.
So, although a few clips in this episode are from this Island Line trail, mostly they're actually from me walking along the slopes of Mount Philo. That's where a lot of the talking head stuff is from, which is a very bittersweet place now for me, and I think it demands its own history and its own storytelling. Really appreciate it. This is awesome.
Yeah, you're very well.
Don't have anything like this in Miami.
What's that?
Don't have anything like this in Miami.
Oh, in Miami? No, I bet not.
We're just fearing for our lives on the road.
To live in fear for the rest of their lives?
Like a religious ceremony, I cherish these weekly Wednesdays off work, be it a ride or a run or a hike. The view consistently incites this sense of wonder and pause, partly because I didn't grow up with mountains, partly because I'm where I need to be for now, but also because regret casts a very wide-angle lens. It does seem that much of our lives and subsequently our sort of day-to-day ambition is rooted in this unreasonable expectation that attaining and assuming various degrees of control and security, that might offer respite from tragedy. As if control wasn't fear in disguise. Now reflecting on a past life of misadventures and a terrible last 4 years, perhaps every impactful event is indeed both a tragedy and a comedy. And we often gotta wipe our eyes while we look for the sort of will to live in the absurdity of the joke's punchline. It is unfortunate that it takes this dark sense of humor and this hard-earned wisdom to resist cynicism and see through the veil. But more often than not, the only tangible feeling left is this stillness.
It's only when it grew still water. Nature's mirror.
I don't know if it's something spiritual, beautiful, or annoyingly summer sticky, but there is something alluringly familiar being in a pretty park or just sat at a new pretty vista. I don't know, it's like a coming home or a having never left. I know a lot of people get that feeling. Maybe not from the outdoors, but from a friend or a childhood dog or a damn good chocolate cake. Or a song like this one, which I've avoided. I remember the first time I heard it, I spent a whole decade bound by this secret deal with myself to just listen to the track once per year. And it's like a secret ritual, some vain attempt to save that original reverie and sort of conceal the emotion that it exhumed every time I listened. I used to have songs that I would attach to people or places in time. That could be cathartic, but sometimes that didn't bring solace either. Here I'm playing it in a similar but very different progression on a simple MIDI piano. It's a very basic G arrangement, G major arrangement, but still somehow feels ringing, writhing, remembering, and painfully new. Amazingly, repetition never did wear it thin. Now I'll listen or play it on various instruments when I need a familiar melancholy. See, sorrow doesn't care how much or how little we're listening. It doesn't need permission to stay or much company. grass on the other side.
It's all green around here.